From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia. A cold start to the weekend. I know you felt it. You can see people bundled up here in Rittenhouse Square this evening. Good evening. I'm Aziza Shuler. It's the calm before the storm. You can see mostly clear in our area tonight. Some snow bands moving over the middle of Pennsylvania, but we're getting a clearer picture of just how much snow we may get tomorrow night and Monday morning.
Coming to you from the innovative, immersive Hyundai Virtual Next Weather Sphere. This is Next Weather.
Meteorologist Andrew Kozak is in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. Andrew, what's coming up next?
Well, we have a next weather alert, Aziza. That is going to be for Monday, really tomorrow night and into Monday, because we are going to be tracking a very dynamic system that is going to give us a chance for some heavy snow, especially south of Philadelphia. And we're also going to be talking about the possibility for some maybe very almost near blizzard-like conditions. Let's start off first with the watches and warnings that we have in our area right now, just up to the current time. And for Monday, every area you see in blue, which is going to be for central and southern New Jersey, Philadelphia, and areas just to the west, this is a winter storm watch that is in effect. Let's put that map down. And just to give you an idea of how big this actual storm system is, we're going to go ahead and put the watches and warnings on that extend from really the Rockies all the way back toward the East Coast, our area. We're talking about a winter storm warning in effect for areas like D.C., and then for Baltimore, Philadelphia, we have that winter storm watch. What does it all mean? It all means that we are going to see the best chance for accumulating snow, and maybe the best chance that we've had for this much accumulating snow really in the last couple of years. Now, it's not going to be off the charts. We're going to go over what we'll see, and where you are in the area really will depend on it. Tonight, it's mostly clear and cold. You're fine tomorrow. Get out tomorrow, stock up the fridge, because Monday, even though we're not talking about feet of snow, we're talking about inches of snow, the heaviest south of Philadelphia. You don't want to be out on the roads Monday morning or Monday afternoon at all. So widespread snow. It starts before daybreak Monday, so we'll call it late Sunday night and into Monday. We'll easily have a good 1 to 3 over 2 inches possible in the city. Higher amounts will be to the south, but again, it's going to be dependent on our track, which is going to change quite a bit over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. We're setting the stage with cold air in place. This is a non-stop waves and waves of cold air, so we are obviously not talking about any rain mixed in with this, just plain old snow. By Monday morning, 5 a.m., bands of heavy snow already for areas like D.C., Baltimore, moving up to us just in time, unfortunately, for that morning commute. This goes all the way through the afternoon and evening commute. Again, heaviest will be south of the city as this area of low pressure tracks off the coast and then into the Atlantic. A little bit further north or a little bit further south can really make the difference between just a couple of inches and maybe up to 6 inches. But again, once we get into Tuesday, we're done and we'll be out of the way for any of this. But it is going to be a treacherous Monday, especially for that morning commute. You want to make sure you give yourself extra time, or if you can stay home, please do. So at this time, depending on where you are, really makes a big difference. If you're north across the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos, 1 to 3, a trace up toward the Poconos. In the city of Philadelphia, we're right on that line between 1 to 3 and 2 to 4 inches. So again, as we talked about, this is not a major snowstorm, but it certainly is enough to slow us all down, especially in the city. Further south, 3 to 5 in the pink and the purple, which includes areas like Wildwood and Cape May, we could easily get 5 to up to 9 inches of snow. Delaware, same deal. So again, you'll do just a little bit of driving and you can see from north to south how much more that snow will affect you depending on where you are. Again, no matter where you are, tomorrow is a good chance to get out and get some errands done. 35 in the city, mostly sunny skies. 35 at the shore, Lehigh Valley coming in at 32 degrees. Let's go ahead and take a look at that 7-day forecast now, because we are going to be looking at a good possibility that the snow sticks around for a little bit of time, because those temperatures really don't go anywhere. In fact, we'll be talking about temperatures on Monday as the snow comes down at 30 degrees. So every flake that falls will stick. 32 on Tuesday, 34 on Wednesday. And you can see for the remainder of the week, we'll get some melting done, but temperatures will remain cold. We'll get above freezing, but not even to 40 all the way through the end of the week and into next weekend. Aziza?
America's final salute for former President Jimmy Carter began today. In Atlanta, a private service was held at the Carter Center, where his body will lie in repose until Tuesday. Carter died last Sunday at the age of 100 years old. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavidez has more from Atlanta.
Holy Spirit.
Family, friends, and dignitaries filled the Carter Presidential Center in Atlanta Saturday as the nation honors former President Jimmy Carter.
He was an amazing man, and he was held up and propped up and soothed by an amazing woman. And the two of them together changed the world.
6 days of tributes began at the hospital in Americus, Georgia, where current and former Secret Service agents carried his casket to the hearse. The procession then traveled through Carter's rural hometown of Plains, Georgia, where well-wishers lined the route to pay their respects.
He made a lasting impact that we will never forget.
The motorcade made a brief stop at the Boyhood Farm, where the former peanut farmer grew up. Members of the National Park Service rang a bell 39 times in honor of the 39th president. Arriving in Atlanta, Governor Brian Kemp led a moment of silence at the state capitol to honor Carter's service as a state senator and governor. Carter will lie in repose here in Atlanta until Tuesday morning for mourners who want to come pay their respects.
He gives me hope.
Ian Hamilton says Carter's work after being president, which included building houses for the charity Habitat for Humanity and winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002, resonates the most.
I just see his legacy living on through all of us, especially in terms of, what he was able to accomplish through peace, through global health, and just being a role model citizen.
Carter's remains moved to Washington Tuesday to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol before his state funeral at the Washington National Cathedral Thursday. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
Police identify the man struck and killed by a SEPTA bus in South Philadelphia. It happened as the bus driver turned from Front Street onto Washington Avenue last night. Investigators say 35-year-old Michael Spooner was dragged under the bus and pronounced dead at the scene. The bus also struck Spooner's 29-year-old wife. She is in stable condition at Jefferson Hospital. A man is in custody after he was found with 3 handguns and 2 rifles on an Amtrak train in Trenton. The investigation began when New Jersey Transit Police were notified of an unattended bag in Newark Penn Station yesterday. They connected it to a man who purchased an Amtrak train ticket headed to Virginia. When the train stopped in Trenton, he was taken into custody. The incident remains under investigation. Some big changes are coming to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Open road tolling begins for part of the road tomorrow. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Ray Strickland explains it'll change the way drivers pay to travel on the Turnpike.
Putting air in his tire near the Pennsylvania Turnpike, Sean Malloy says he uses the highway often, and he welcomes the change if it means it makes his commute more convenient.
A no-brainer. They should have done that a long time ago.
Toll booths will soon become a thing of the past as the Pennsylvania Turnpike switches to open road tolling starting Sunday. Drivers will be charged electronically as they pass under overhead structures called gantries instead of the traditional stop-and-go tolling. For Easy Pass drivers, the money will be taken out of your account, but others will have their license plate read and they'll receive a bill in the mail. The change will first start east of Reading and along the Northeast Extension.
I've had Easy Pass for a few years, so I'm kind of used to the drive-through. I think it's going to make it a lot simpler for everybody. I think it's going to avoid a lot of congestion.
Another change is how the toll is calculated. The Turnpike will now use the number of axles and height along with miles traveled to determine the rate rather than using the weight of the vehicle.
A 5% toll increase will also take effect on Sunday, but the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission says with open road tolling and other changes, most non-commercial drivers will pay less than what they did before, but for commercial drivers, they could see an increase of up to $5.
We worked really hard behind the scenes to make sure that all of the changes that are coming with open road tolling are all revenue neutral.
Marissa Urbanic with the Turnpike says the changes will modernize the system and also make it safer to travel.
We actually have open road tolling piloted throughout our system currently at the Delaware River Bridge, which is closer to the customers in Philadelphia. And where we've already piloted open road tolling, we've seen a decrease in the percentage of crash rates.
The Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission says it will expand to the western region of the road in late 2026. They'll begin removing toll booths later this year. Along the Pennsylvania Turnpike, Ray Strickland, CBS News, Philadelphia.
All right, that's all the news for now. For everyone, thank you for watching. We'll be back on CBS News Philadelphia tonight at 11. Hope to see you then. Have a great night.